Alright guys, James at Rampant Lion Reviews again for you today. For this one we're doing another out and about video, and we're still in Aberdeen in the northeast of Scotland. And we're at one of my favourite places in the world, one of my favourite student haunts. This is Krakatoa, formerly known as the Moorings Bar. This video will be a little bit different. We've got a special guest, but I hope you guys enjoy this one. Let's do our usual. Yeah guys, this is another thing here. Just look at this totem pole guy chilling outside. This is awesome. But yeah, if you come along here, which is where they get deliveries and stuff like that, just look at the artwork you get in this. This is one of the things I love about Krakatoa Moorings, just all the artwork. Just look at this. Lovely stuff. It's just like so, you know, Iron Maiden, 1980s, heavy metal. It's just awesome. And you're just chilling down an alleyway here. This is amazing. Absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. So yeah, that's your little side alley there. Awesome, it's beautiful. And then Bob the totem pole. So yeah guys, just to let you see where we are, this is the outside of Krakatoa Moorings. Kind of tiki themed bar, but it was always very good for its beer and stuff like this. But we're right on the port, so as you can see there's the big boats. You don't want to get too drunk in here because you might end up in Shetland or something, and back up that way is Union Square. But yeah, so here's your artwork on the outside. When you come in, you've got this. Usually this is a live music venue, so if you come in on certain days, you've got this window open here, and you have to pay your entry and things. But yeah, this one, you'll get really random signs all over the place here. I always like these. But yeah, when you come in, you can see all this. So just look at this. You've got all your neons and stuff like that. It's great. And then you've got all your kind of knickknacks and stuff up here. This is one of the things. So yeah, just awesome bar. So you get lots of nice world beer here. Some Sam Adams, some Brooklyn, bit of Stefan, all of this. And here's our special guest, Carlad. We'll get back to Carlad in a minute. And yeah, just look at all this. This is brilliant. So some local stuff here. Bit of Fierce beer, Spey Valley, Stewart Brewing, 71 Brewing. They've got their ciders and stuff as well. Very good selection of spirits too. They've got their cask ales, so a bit of Windswept, Cromarty, Stewart Brewing and things. Then yeah, this is where they usually make the cocktails, but because we're in, we wanted to film obviously, so we wanted it to be a bit quiet. So yeah, this is normally very, very busy, but yeah, you can see the stage and stuff up here. And again, you've got some of this beautiful artwork on the walls here. But yeah, this is the sound booth. Yeah, you can see the Krakatoa t-shirts up here in the corner as well, which is good. But yeah, the artwork here used to be very, very different. I wish I'd filmed back in the day. And just look at the signs on the toilet. These are another good things. There you go. So obviously disabled male and female. There you go. But yeah, awesome bar. Just one of my favourite haunts. Absolutely love this place. So yeah, some more stuff here. Like I say, the pinball machine is always a firm favourite when you've had a few beers and things as well. But yeah, awesome stuff. So Fierce beer. Where's my favourite sign? There it is. One of them. Danger, pirates and ninjas and lasers and shit. Love this. Stefan. And then we're going to chill over here and film a couple of different reviews. So let's go. Hey guys, so this is Jamie. He's the main beer and cocktail man. So he's made us the Zombie Pirate, which is, in my opinion, a legendary cocktail. So can you tell us what it is?
Slight correction. I am the main beer man, but not the main cocktail man. But I will have to do for right now, if that's all right. But these are the Zombie Pirates. In these we have one gold, one dark, one overproof, and one white rum. Also a little bit of green shirts for us, just to sort of like liven it up a bit, and a wee touch of absinthe. And then like some fruit juice and just some stuff. I don't want to like give away too much about the secret recipe here, guys. You know.
That's fair.
But then you know we finish with a bit of crushed ice and some grenadines or some brains on top, and a bit of pineapple juice. Because honestly, there's nothing like pineapple juice to make you not realise that you're drinking just an excessive amount of booze.
Yeah.
And end of the day, what this is a neat, smooth delivery system for an excessive amount of booze.
Exactly.
Excessive, I should say, within, of course, the confines of sensible drinking as defined by the 2005 Licensing Act. So yeah.
But it's pretty fun.
I don't know what more to tell you. 20% student discount, tell your friends. Right?
Yeah, but yeah, guys, a special thank you to Jamie because I came in and I asked Emma if I could have one of these. She was like, "Oh, I can't really do the cocktails." Jamie came in specially, so top man, and big shout out to Emma for making that happen as well. So yeah, top staff at the Moorings Bar now, Krakatoa. Make sure you come here if you're in Aberdeen. Thank you for explaining that, man.
No, you're
It's
welcome.
awesome. All right, so we're going to go and taste these now. Let's do this. Right guys, so here is the cocktail menu for Krakatoa. It's a very extensive list, as you're going to see. Put this in slow motion and just enjoy. Lots of things here named after different metal songs. And then on the other side, we've got some really just random things here. Of course, this bar is known for its cocktails. It's just craziness. You can see some lovely photos in here. The ones that Carla and I have tried are both on this section of the menu. So, Zombie Pirate. The next one you're going to see is the Nuclear Tequila. So, yeah, let me just focus in on this. This is your cocktail menu. Not gonna lie, pretty steaming at this point, but you'll see another cocktail review in just a second. Right guys, so first thing here at the Moorings Bar, Krakatoa then. So this is my friend Carla.
Woo, hello!
So Carla has been on the channel once before. If you look at my 71 brewing video that we did in Dundee, Carla was kind of in that, but didn't really take part in the tastings. But yeah, Carla is mental. She's great. So this girl, you would be surprised at how much Tennents and how much curry she can put away. It's something to behold. It really is something to behold. But yeah, thought it would be nice to have her on this video because I think this is something you'll like.
Oh, I love a cocktail!
So this is good. So guys, this is the Zombie Pirate. It's basically a shitload of rum, absinthe, Midori is one of the mixers, and then it's got a load of fruit juice and stuff in it. So it will get you drunk as fuck, and it will give you a big sugar buzz as well. Bit of a story with this cocktail too, because we might do a second one. We're going to see how we feel after this, because there is a second one that I think could be fun to try. The story behind this cocktail was, when I was in my 4th year of chemistry here in Aberdeen, there was a girl in my class who was a big metalhead, but she never came here. Brought her down here, gave her one of these because she was curious about it. Literally, she took one sip and she's like, "I've been told I suck like a porn star."
Oh, I've heard this story,
yeah. So this girl told me she sucked like a porn star. She had this, she took me home and she showed me, and then I told her the next morning, "You don't lie." So yeah, that's the story of this. So the Zombie Pirate is a little bit legendary for a couple of reasons. There you go. But yeah, that was one of the. That's why it's always stuck in the memory. But like I say, there's another one, and this bar, as we've said, is known for its cocktails. So here we are. You ready to try the Zombie Pirate?
I love a cocktail, so very excited.
So guys, this is the thing. Just look at this glass as well. Skull. It's mental. But I'm just trying not to spill it because you can see I've just done that there. But are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go for it then. Let's do this. So this thing is just mental. It costs £10 by the way, so
Gone for it.
12 euros, 120 Swedish kroner, like 13, 14 American dollars for those of you watching in different parts of the world.
Woo! Alright.
Slanja, skull, whatever. There we go. Cheers.
It's quite nice. Whoa. There is a kick.
It hits you. It definitely hits you. So yeah, it's really
The
like
rum.
it's really like brown sugary. You can definitely get that the sort of herbally thing from the absinthe, I think, as well. You get that. So
Confirm that.
yeah, lots of brown sugar and kind of syrupy stuff in the beginning. Then, as I say, like when you go into the aftertaste with it, it's quite herbally, you know.
It
I
is.
think.
So now, yeah, I can get it now. The first thing that hit me was the rum.
Yeah.
And then,
It's,
yeah.
it's a monster, right? It's just a monster.
And it's big.
And this is what I mean about Carol. Look how much of a sip I've taken. Look at this. She's already about a quarter of the way into the thing. Carla is a big steamboat. She is a big steamboat, but that's why we love her. So yeah. But I think the more you drink of this, the sweeter it gets. Like you get more of the the pineapple juice and the Maduri coming out of it after. I forget what flavour Maduri is.
Yeah.
It's watermelon, isn't it? Maduri's water lemon, I'm sure.
I'm not sure. I can definitely taste the pineapple. I'm yet to taste the lemon and the lime. Still not got that yet, but
I get a wee bit.
nice.
I get a wee bit of lime. I think on the front, like on the very tip of the tongue. I think there's a wee bit of the oily sort of limey note. But yeah, I think in the middle, like in the middle of your palate, I think it's all the brown sugar. It's the herbal thing from the absinthe. And the rum, you get a lot of rum in this, but it's quite. You get a wee bit of vanilla, I think, from the rum as well.
Well, I was going to say it's a bit like there is some hints of being like a mojito, but with all the other added bits because of the rum, and maybe it is the lime then.
I can see that actually. I can see mojito. It's like,
But much stronger.
yeah, it's like a mojito on steroids. Eh? Yeah, it's like a mojito on steroids. But yeah.
Oh,
It's a monster. So, do you think you would drink it again?
I would. It's definitely going to kickstart the evening.
It is, yeah. This is like the first thing. Well, actually, no. I had a double crack, and you had the vine, Stefan, didn't you? So I think what we're probably going to do is, since Tennent's is like a tradition of Carla's, we need to do a Tennent's review, and then I actually quite fancy trying that nuclear tequila as well. So we'll see, yeah. But this is a monster. Like, if you come to Moorings Bar, I keep calling it Moorings because it was Moorings when I was here. Until 2015, it was called the Moorings Bar, and they sort of revamped it a little bit, and then it became Krakatoa. So yeah, I always call it the Moorings Bar. But this is a cocktail that, for the reason we've just talked about a minute ago, is always stuck in my mind. So it's a blowjob cocktail.
Not from me.
Not from
Just
her.
to clarify.
Yeah, not from her. To clarify, yeah, not from Carla. But yeah, what do you think then?
I like it, and I would definitely get it again, and it's definitely going to up the Friday night.
It is definitely. Look how far down
Yeah,
she
you're
is.
so slow.
Right, but yeah, guys, let's call it at that for this one. Zombie Pirate, big brown sugar, big herbally thing, lots of lime, pineapple comes out later. I get a bit of vanilla. I do get more vanilla as we drink it. It's got an oaky vanilla sort of thing underneath it. But yeah, it's lovely. Let's leave it at that for the now, and I'll catch you again in a wee second with this one. Right guys, so our second little tasting then here at Krakatoa, Moorings Bar in Aberdeen. So like I explained earlier, Carlad, as we christened her, was a little bit of a legend when it came to Tennent's. The amount of this beer that she can put away is just impressive. It's something that you just need to see for yourself. So, we've got 2 pints of Tennent's here. From what Jamie behind the bar tells me, this is a good place to taste Tennent's because you don't get that kind of earthy back tone to it. But yeah, so appearance of the beer, lovely kind of rich golden colour. Remember, the colour of your beer is dependent on the type of malts that you use, the length of your wort boil, and so on. So yeah, this is a kind of rich golden straw sort of colour. So it's a lager beer, remember, cold temperature fermentation, somewhere between 9 to 12 degrees Celsius, bottom fermenting yeast. That's your definition of a lager beer, cold temperature fermentation.
It definitely
yeah.
does look a bit darker than other Tennents have actually had, so it's quite interesting that they say you could taste it a little bit more.
Yeah, so I mean, I think this one, you can see the carbonation on it as well is pretty active, and usually, in my experience with Tennent's, that's usually a good sign because that tells you it's pretty fresh, and you want to drink this beer fresh because Tennent's, from what I've heard from quite a few people, when it comes to macro beers rather than craft beers, this is one of the ones that actually is a little bit more to the German standard. It's actually a little bit more kind of pure in terms of ingredients and so on. But yeah, like I said though, this whole thing is just because Carla loves this beer, so it's cool to taste one with her. And you don't get this beer really, you don't get this beer on tap outside of Scotland so much.
Shocking.
So yeah. But yeah, you can see the head on this one is pretty impressive. We've got that. But yeah, let's have a look at the smell of the beer. What do you think of the smell? What do you get?
Hoppy.
Hoppy? Alright.
I know many would disagree.
See, I actually find this one more malty. I find this like it smells quite bready to me. Quite grassy. And you know, you get the typical kind of fruits, like a little bit of like this sultana, slightly peary sort of thing. yes, it's kind of bready, biscuity to me, but more bready, like a sort of fresh white bread sort of thing. Mother's Pride, you know, that kind of bread.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it, so when I usually have it, I am just used to drinking it quickly, so this is the first proper tasting of a Tennent I've done.
Exactly. So, yeah, as I said, Carla's a steamboat. We love this. We love this. I was getting in trouble before this tasting for not drinking my water fast enough. But yeah, it was. But yeah, I'd say for me, quite bready, a bit of bread crust, brown bread,
I agree.
quite grassy on the hoppy side of things, and then you've got a wee bit of like sultana and pear. But yeah, I think
I was going to say grassy, so yeah, definitely some sort of grassy smell there.
I think we should get stuck into it. Eh? So, Slange, see, she's so eager, so eager. There we go, Slange, let's do it. Yeah. That's a good Tennent.
It is.
That is a
It
good
really
Tennent.
is. It's a good Tennent.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, usually on the channel you'll see craft beers. I want to do a sit-down Tennent review with the bottle, the half-litre bottle that you get. So you'll see that at some stage. But it's actually difficult to find the bottle in a bottle shop in Scotland, which is weird. But anyway, that's a good Tennent. So Tennent's is like Guinness. If you get the Guinness in the wrong place, it just doesn't taste the same.
So true.
But this one is pretty spot on and it's pretty fresh, I think. So
Another sip?
yeah, I think so. There we go. So I think with this one, it's got a really good balance, I think, between the malty, hoppy side of things. I get a lot of bread in the middle of the palate, like it's kind of halfway between like white bread and brown bread. I think you get bread crust for sure, white bread on top, and there is a wee bit of like a McVitie's digestive biscuity sort of thing in the middle of your tongue, right into the aftertaste, I think.
I just love that it's so light. It is a light drink. To me, it's more of a summer drink. It's so easy to take in and so easy to just drink a bit more. It's lovely.
It is. I mean, it's, as you say, when you get this beer in good condition, I think it's fair to say that this one it's one of the more solid macro beers that you can get. I've heard a lot of things from people where they say Tennent's is one of the macro lagers that kind of meets the German standard a little bit more. I mean, when it comes to lager beers, Germany and the Czech Republic, this is what you think about. Tennent's, the ingredients are pure, it's brewed well, that's it. But obviously if you drink it in the wrong pub, it's going to taste shit. But here, I think it's pretty spot on.
I am very surprised. I would not have thought it would have tasted different where I was drinking it. And you can see it's definitely darker than what you would usually have, and it tastes fantastic.
I mean, where would you normally drink Tennent's?
Well, just other pubs in Aberdeen, but if this one more specialises in craft beers, maybe they're putting more thought into where they're maybe sourcing it from.
Yeah, so I mean, this is the thing. As we say in a lot of the videos, it's all about conditioning. Like, conditioning the beer is so important, and you can see that with this one. Even when it comes to macro beer, if the beer is stored at the wrong temperature, if it's served the wrong way, it can just mess it up. But this is a really good pint of Tennent's, absolutely.
Yeah.
So hoppy side of the beer, edge of your palate. What do you think? Yeah.
It's quite light, so I would go for floral. Is that what we're going for?
I mean, I could say floral, yeah.
I'd go for floral.
I think I would agree with that. I get a wee bit of, like, in the very back of the palate, the very back corners.
Yeah.
So you get a bit. I think you get a bit of earthiness for sure. So there's a wee bit of earthiness there for me. And as you push forward along the sides of your palate, you do get a bit of a floral note. Now for me, the floral character, it's a wee bit. It has got a wee bit of a spicy thing to it, and then round the very kind of front curve of your palate, it's actually got a fair wee bit of grassiness to it, and it's a wee bit zesty as well on the grassy side.
Definitely zesty.
Yeah.
Definitely zesty.
So I'm trying to figure out, I don't know whether this beer is more likely to use an English hop. If it was an English hop, it'd be more herbal. But I think this might use Czech or German hops. And I'm tempted to say Czech Jatets, like Sats as the Germans would call it, because it's got that spicy thing to it. So I think it's got Czech Sats in it rather than German Hallertau or Tennent or whatever. But whatever it is, I think I do find it quite spicy and floral on the front kind of corners of the palate. It's quite good. But yeah, floral. I think.
Yeah, floral is where I'm going. Yeah.
Floral. I think is a good one. Is a good point. What do you think about the fruity side of it?
Well, I think it's got a nice fruity taste, and that's why I think when you're on maybe a bit of a hangover, it's a nice light fruity drink to have. Maybe put a bit of lemonade in there, make a shandy. It's great on a hangover for that.
Yeah, so
Makes it even extra fruity.
Yeah, you said that before in the video. You like the Tennent's shandy Radler sort of
It's
thing.
a very good shandy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Carla's hangover tip. Your hair of the dog tip. Half a can of Tennent's and then put a bit of lemonade in it. Bar's lemonade because it's a Scottish beer. It has to be Bar's lemonade. But yeah, for me, fruity side of things, you know, it's a little bit sort of, you get a wee teeny bit of apricot, like front third of your palate, there's a wee bit of an apricot-y sort of thing. You do get that sort of sultana type vibe to it, maybe a little bit of an oily pear. So yeah, I think so. I think dried apricot, sultana, a little bit of pear.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's a very good pint of Tennent, so we have to compliment Moorings Krakatoa on that. So last thing we do is mouthfeel. So for me, it's a lager beer, so it's light bodied. I think the carbonation is very crisp, but like you were saying, it makes it light, refreshing.
It's very fresh.
Yeah,
Fresh.
very fresh, light, refreshing. IBUs, bitterness, I think this is maybe 25, 30 IBUs, something like that. It does have a fairly bitter bit to it, this one, but I think that's because it's so fresh. Malt base is quite smooth, a little bit grainy, and the fruits for me are nice and dry. I think it's got a bit of a dry fruit character to it.
I mean, I think if you're going to come to Scotland, you have to try a Tennent, and especially then, like, you know, first time here in the Krakatoa bar. So it's worth a shot, isn't it?
You've been here.
It's a good Tennent.
You've been here with me here once before, I think, but we didn't do anything like this. So yeah, I think this is. I have to admit, I think this is a very good Tennent. And this might be the first Tennents I've had here, because I would normally drink the Budvar or the, the Weihenstephan or whatever else is on. But that's a solid pint of Tennents, I think. Yeah, I think we can round off on that.
Yeah,
So
we're happy.
We are happy with our Tennents, and we've still got to finish our zombie pirates as well. So we'll see how we feel, but I think we're going to do the nuclear Takiri. I think we're going to do that, and then we'll round off the video. And probably at the end we'll be like, woo! So we'll see you all at second. I'm definitely feeling it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
Good.
guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and cool to try a Tennents with Carla for the channel. Hope you enjoyed this. Catch you in a second. Alright guys, so our last Takiri cocktail tasting is going to be the Nuclear Meltdown Nuclear Takiri.
So, it's the nuclear Takiri, but it's the nuclear meltdown version of the nuclear Takiri. The reason it's a nuclear meltdown is because, I mean, I'm going to level with you guys. This is just like a little bit of lime, and a little bit of sugar, and then the rest is just overproof rum and green chartreuse. Green chartreuse, which is fucking delicious, but absolutely deadly, and a lot of overproof rum. So you're gonna enjoy this. You are, but you are going home after it.
We are going home after this.
That's all there's to it. But the fun part of this cocktail, and of many of our cocktails, is that this one and the other one, I promise I'm not drinking this.
He says while he makes one behind the bar for himself. Yeah.
So, what I want you to do with these, if they will actually catch light for any length of time, is allow them to burn themselves out. What's happening is you've got caramelization of these sugar cubes. They'll bloody go on fire like they're supposed to. that caramelized sugar is going to add a nice sort of. Give me a sec. Hold on 2 seconds.
Yeah, we'll pause a second, guys. Yes.
Seamless. Can't even see the joy.
It's recording again.
Can't even see the joy. Seamless editing there. Sedating. Seamless editing. Sedating. There we go. Now they will burn now. They will burn now.
There you go. If ever in doubt, add more alcohol.
Add more fuel. So, bottom line, this is going to caramelize the sugar, and that's going to add a nice charcoaly undertone to the whole endeavor. So what I want you to do is allow it to burn out. When it has, you're going to shove each of these lime bolts directly down into your drink. Give it a quick stir with your straws. Yeah. And you're good to go.
So what is this called?
Nuclear meltdown, and it contains overproof rum, lime, sugar, and green shark words.
So we're going to enjoy this.
Oh yeah. What you remember of it, sure.
What we remember of it. Yeah, exactly. So guys, massive shout out to Jamie. Big thank you for featuring on videos.
Thank you for coming into the bar. Honestly.
It's really cool to do this at Moorings Bar, my favourite drink. Well, I say Moorings.
Krakatoa.
Yes. 2015 changes, guys. That's it. But big thank you to Jamie and to Emma.
Thank you. Awesome. Cheers.
So yeah, we'll do the tasting in just a second. There we go. Right guys, our final tiki cocktail tasting here at Krakatoa Moorings Bar here in Aberdeen. So this is the nuclear meltdown option of the nuclear tequila, a shitload of overproof rum, some citrusy syrups, some brown sugar syrups. We're not sure exactly what's in this, but there was a bit of a sugar cube in the middle of the line. They lit that on fire. That was it. Carla's already had a sip first because she's an impatient arsehole, but we still love her anyway. But that's it. So yeah, let's have a little sniff at it and see. You can already see what it looks like. Loads of lime, lots of brown sugar. Sniff. So yeah, it's quite like a mojito on steroids.
Yeah. I mean, I smell the lime. It's the lime. I smell lime.
I smell like lime, a little bit of brown sugar. It is very much like a mojito, this. It really is very much like a mojito. To be honest, we're pretty steaming from the zombie pirate and the Tennents, so I think we should just get stuck into this.
Yes, absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
all for that.
Let's do it. Let's go for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Brown sugar all the way.
Oh wow.
That's rum, brown sugar all the way. So Carla's boyfriend is sitting like here, Ian, very nice guy. He's sitting looking at us like, what the fuck are these two doing? It's lovely, but it's brutal. This will knock the shit out of you.
It is strong. Like the rum. If you don't like rum, it's not for you. But if you like rum, ooh, the tweak gets you right there.
This is going to put some hair on your chest. It's going to put some hair on Carla's chest. This is it's pretty awesome, but it's brutal, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So backbone of this, lots of sweet brown sugar. It's quite. I find this that it's quite toasty brown sugar you get out of this. It is very mojito-like, but it's got a wee bit of like a burny, spicy sort of thing to it as well. So
Yeah, I can see the burn spice coming in there. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, burny and spicy. It's almost got a little bit of a minty, coconutty vanilla sort of thing to it as well.
Unless you're in the market for a mess.
Yeah.
No, I think that's quite not as much, or for my taste buds. I'm more tasting the spice and the vanilla combination spice.
Yeah, see, it has some sort of nutty, coconutty spicy, minty sort of thing for me. Maybe we're a bit too drunk to enjoy this to its full extent, but it is pretty nice. I think minty coconut is a good description of this. You get a lot more brown sugar out of this the further into the aftertaste you go. Coconut, I think, becomes more and more prominent the more that you drink of it as well.
I think if you like lime and mint, then this is a cocktail for you.
Yeah, I think.
And if you go for like a rum cocktail, but it might not be to your desired taste, but this one is honestly, if you come here, very strong, but to the right flavors. If you're looking for like rum and mint, this is the place to be for it.
Yeah,
It's very nice.
This is a sort of like spicy white rum, minty, almost slightly floral kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think the further you go into the aftertaste with it, you get a little bit more kind of vanilla out of it as well. I think there's a wee bit of vanilla in here. Yeah, I would say vanilla. I think I get a wee bit of vanilla out of this. It is very limey on the fruity side of things. I do get a bit of woody vanilla quality behind it. And when it's mainly a rum-based cocktail, this makes sense. Because obviously rum is oak barrel aged. It ages in the barrel, it gets darker and darker as you go on. So yeah, that makes sense with this one. It's pretty damn solid in that sense, isn't it?
I mean, it's a good one to try. Like, why not? Why not try it? Why not?
Yeah, but I think in fairness, at the point when we were reviewing this, we've already had the Zombie Pirate. The Zombie Pirate's a little bit of a legend. This is a very nice cocktail. You can tell from the flavour of this on its own, this is a very nice cocktail. And we've tried the two most brutal cocktails on the menu here.
We have. But I would say that this one is the one that I like the most flavour with. So this one is my favourite.
So yeah, no, I would go with that. I think the Zombie Pirate is a little bit more oily, slick if you like, and you get a bit more volume in that in fairness than you do with this. But this is probably a little bit more concentrated, I think that's fair to say. So if you want a big beast of a hit, then you go with the nuclear meltdown version of the nuclear tequila. But if you want a more long-lasting cocktail, then I think you can go with the Zombie Pirate. But they're both good. I mean, rum, what this kind of teaches you is that rum is the best basis of a cocktail. So yeah, I think we can probably round off there. Mouthfeel wise, this is a big oily monster of a thing, but yeah, this is pretty damn good. But yeah, I'll give you my final thoughts on our visit to Krakatoa Moorings Bar in a second. But yeah, we've got to try two pretty awesome cocktails. I've got to do a Tennent review with Carla. Pretty steaming at this point in time. This is a bit of a fun video. That's that. But yeah, catch you guys in just a little bit of a second. Big shout out to Ian again, who manned the camera for this video. Carla and I are pissed as a fart. We're gonna go we're gonna go and have a chippy now to try and sober up. How successful that's gonna be, I don't know, but we'll see. I'll give you my final thoughts on our visit to Krakatoa Moorings Bar in just a second. Catch you soon. Right guys, well, just to round off here at Krakatoa Moorings Bar in Aberdeen, had a very nice night here with my old university friend Carla. It was pretty mental, pretty solid, so I think it's fair to just to say that we had a very nice night. Fuck that shit. Alright guys, well, I just thought I would add in a kind of proper wee ending for the Moorings Bar video. So yeah, as you could see, Carla and I had a pretty good time, and by the end of that, we were absolutely fucking hammered, to be honest with you. So yeah, it was kind of funny what happened afterwards. So later on, Carla's boyfriend Ian showed up to kind of take us home. And yeah, on the way back to the car, Carla was kind of, it was quite funny. She was kind of arguing with us all the way, and then when we were trying to get her to go in the car, she argued with us, and then this random guy in the street just said, "Oh, what's going on here? What's going on here?" He thought that we'd spiked her because that's been a big thing in Scotland recently, but no, she was just absolutely hammered. So yeah, I felt all right at that point, but then I sat in the car. I don't remember going into Carla's house again after that, and then about 2 a.m. I woke up on the couch, and from what Ian told me, when Carla and I came in, we both just absolutely KO'd. And this was at about 8 p.m. in the evening. So yeah, those two cocktails really just did us in. But yeah, it was quite funny. Ian was expecting that we'd have a few beers with him when we got back to the house. But no, 8 p.m, Carla and I were absolutely dead. So yeah, if you try these Krakatoa Moorings Bar cocktails, just be careful. Be careful, because they are pretty damn lethal. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Something a little bit different. Really cool to have Carla on the video as well. And yeah, if you like, I'm sure we can feature Carla in a few more of the videos actually. She's always good fun to do these things with. But thank you for watching, guys. Big shout out to the guys at Moorings Bar for sorting out the cocktails for me. That was absolutely awesome. So if you find yourself in Aberdeen, do make sure that you go and check out Krakatoa, just very close to the town centre and to Union Square. But yeah, definitely go and check them out. But be careful with the cocktails, absolutely. Slàinte, skull, cheers. See you guys in the next one. A bit of a random out and about video for you. Cheers just now.